Virgo, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising sign. It is your message. So you take all the energies I described, where and how they resonate with you, and feel free to leave your comments below and communicate with the community and me. I love to know what you guys are thinking and how you're experiencing this energy. Please know that if you love astrology the way that I love astrology, then please head on over to my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation, for your weekly astrology forecast, and subscribe over there too, please. Yes, I do personal readings. All of that is done only through my website, no other place, so don't believe anybody else. It's just at www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. That is also where you can buy the now infamous Born Without Boundaries full spectrum hats in black or white, and I hope you guys will do so. So, Virgo, what do you need to tell him? What do you need to tell him? Oh wow, this is actually working out, something that you've been working really hard on. Your tenacity itself is what's moving the needle, is what they call it. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, which means dedication and devotion. And really this is dedication and devotion just to the purpose itself. It's not even necessarily about making money, but certainly that's what eventually comes back around, is there is that payoff, right? There is that payoff for hard work. And then you have Temperance. So you have 2 major arcana. You have Temperance and the Chariot card, which is Sagittarius and Cancer energy. It's about finding a way to make things work out in order to move forward. Basically, I think this is twofold. I think this is a message that says, Virgo, something is really working out for you. And it's also saying, Virgo, don't give up. This is a really difficult week in terms of the energies that we're coming into. And definitely check out the astrology forecast to understand it. But when you have an opposition between Saturn and Mars, which are 2 malefic energies, and then you also have an opposition between Pluto and Mercury, which directly impacts you guys, that's a lot of tension. And that's a lot of reason to feel compromised. So this is beautiful energy that's coming out towards you. This is really optimistic. And it's saying to you, keep working, because it is actually working out. And you'll actually start to feel that there is some energy of figuring things out and things moving forward. Sagittarius energy this is Temperance. It suggests optimism, and it suggests productivity, and that you are going to see that needle move in the direction that you want it to. There is some kind of progress that is a direct result from hard work and dedication. And that is where we begin. So let's get deeper into the reading. What have we been working out? We have the Moon card here, also a major arcana. Could have something to do with the full moon that just passed in Capricorn, something being set off, or a message that you received around that time. This could also be talking about a psychic message that you received, because Virgos, yes, absolutely, you can be very, very psychic. A lot of times you try to talk yourself out of it because it doesn't make sense, but it's there. The intuitiveness is there. You have the Moon card and the Knight of Swords. So taking action on something that you intuitively felt, so you didn't require the numbers and the qualifications and the plan. Instead, you just went after something that you followed intuitively or creatively. This could also represent music and sharing something that is coming from a creative spot. So it could also mean creative writing, something with words though, because you're getting it out and you're speaking it. But I think this is taking action on, or like dedicating yourself to something that intuitively you understood, you knew. In some extreme cases, this could also mean magic or the casting of spells. This is 7 of Pentacles, which means you were having a hard time getting something going, or something just wasn't working out, and you were trying to understand why, which is education, looking into. See, these two cards are very conflicting, because Virgo energy is all about it's all about nurturing, it's all about cultivating the crop, right? That's why it's the Virgo is usually represented by the Virgin with the wheat in her hand. She's a cultivator. She's an earth mother. She's a sense of growing things and nurturing them. But whatever you were nurturing, no matter how hard the work you put in, there was just something that wasn't right. There was something that wasn't moving forward. This could suggest that there was some malefic energy working against you, but you were diving deep and figuring out the answers. And so there was this sense of intuitively taking action. This could definitely mean manifesting, deciding to use your words to manifest and really break through. And for those of you who were using your words, especially around this full moon in Capricorn that just passed, this is major breakthrough that says, guess what? You're going to start to see that working. You're going to start to see that all of a sudden there's a movement where there wasn't movement. And there's some sort of healing that is being applied to those aspects of your life where there was dysfunction, malfunction, or something wasn't functioning at all. Maybe you were having a hard time. I don't know what it was. But honestly, this is healing energy. I want to pull an oracle card for you guys, because I also want to see what it's all about. Imagination. Once again, this is all about. It's all about taking action on something that you perceived extrasensorily, if you know what I'm talking about. So let's go over the cards that came out. We have Imagine. So dreaming beyond or reaching beyond the norm or the regular. Imagine here and now, okay, this current moment where you imagined yourself to be here and now. And then Treasure Island is here, saying gifts being receiving, or actually being able to see that there was something valuable in front of you, or see it in your imagination. So you knew something was a good investment. That's kind of what the cards are saying to me. This is, you knew something was a good investment, and it's time to take action on it. Time to go means it's time to get real about something that you just imagined. But it wasn't imagination. It was manifestation. It was purpose. It was foresight, if you will. It was foresight. Let's get into the Seven of Pentacles. I want to clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles for Virgo. Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles for Virgo. Clarify this. There's some sort of... the Justice card has come out. Okay. So there's some sort of understanding or comprehension or decision that was made on something that really broke your heart or disappointed you. But this implies that there is some balance. But the balance was because you took motion on it, or you said something about it. That it's like you had to speak up about something to get this justice, or there was a situation with a Libra, because this could represent Libra as well, that was just going nowhere, right? That was stagnated and needed healing. But we also have Three of Swords. So part of this healing could be, and this is important, part of this healing process could be knowing which crops to dig up, which were the dead ones, which were the ones that weren't going to go anywhere. And that may sound like giving up, but it's not. Sometimes that's a decision that we all have to make in order to keep going, right? So there was a sense of weeding out the things that didn't work in order to balance maybe your workload or your energies in general. Just this sentiment of figuring out the things that were disappointing you. 3 of Swords is here, and then we have the 6 of Cups. Okay. It could be time to go home, because that's what it landed on. Going back to a place where you are familiar and you know that you're loved, or also a sense of going back to a simpler time or a simpler state of mind. Also, maybe you were trying, maybe this is what it was about. That's the 7 of Pentacles. That's what it was about. You were trying your butt off to make something go back to what it felt like when you first met, or when you first started the job, or when it was brand new. You were working really hard. Because I remember I said, what is the 7 of Pentacles? Clarify the 7 of Pentacles. And you were trying to make everything right again, as if the way it was in the beginning was the right thing. You were trying to get it back. And that's why you were breaking your heart. Because the bottom line is, this is the tough realization this week, is that just because it started off that way doesn't mean that's what it was always meant to be. This is about letting go of what it originally was and accepting it for what it is here and now, right in front of you. Looking at it not through eyes of nostalgia or fantasy, but instead seeing something for what it is, and being able to realize that now I have to make a decision based on, is this good or is this bad? Is this anything like what it used to be? Of course, when it's good, you want it in your life, right? But there's this sense of, if it's not functioning or working now, well, that's what it is. And no matter what I do, it's not changing back. And it will never change back, because we can't go back. And you're not supposed to go back. And this is that sense of that breakthrough of making progress, of finally being able to see what does function and see something work out. Now, for some of you, this could be good news, because you are starting to see the light of day. You're starting to see that needle move forward. But for others of you, the needle's only moving forward because you decided to give up on what was already lost, like what was already not possible. Either way, there is progress here and breakthrough. So tell me about the moon. Tell me about the moon for Virgo. Take time to breathe out. This is letting a lot of toxic emotions out of your body. Okay. You need some emotional release. Take time to breathe out. And look, you're very close to achieving your goal. Maybe closer than you realize, if you just allow yourself a little bit of calm. So if any time this week, Virgo, you could just take a little bit of self-care time. That actually came out in your astrology forecast as well. Self-care is very, very important for you this week. As Mars enters Virgo, whenever you're getting this energy reading, the bottom line is, you have to take time for yourself this week to decompress, and that's what's going to make room and clear out the old crap and make room for reception, because you're very close to achieving your goals. This is not you being the hare and the tortoise and the hare and slacking off. In your head, you may be telling yourself that. It's not. It's you making room to actually enjoy your time and enjoy your space this week. There's something in the past that has to come up. Be bold and make the first move. In the past, you refused to make the first move, or you didn't do anything about it. And maybe you think that that means you owe somebody something, or you regret it. There's some sort of regret here about something in the past that you didn't act on. It seems now you are acting upon it, either to prove to yourself that it isn't worth it anymore, or to prove to yourself that you still have a chance. Either way, there's some sense of, but I have to see. I have to be sure. I have to know. I got to be in the here and now, not in the past, and not trying to make the future the past, but be in the here and now. Okay, so let's see how this pans out. Ooh, what a tangled web we weave, a Virgo. Where are we headed? And all of a sudden, there's a huge turn in the tide, and this could be globally, but it could be something that's about to impact you. The Emperor comes out in the future, so this is taking charge or taking command of your situation. This could also be an Aries in your future, but I think it's taking charge of your situation and being independent and being okay being independent and going solo, taking care of the self instead of the partnership. That's what didn't work out. Taking care, not that partnership shouldn't be important to you, but taking care of the partnership at the cost of the self is not actually taking care of the partnership, because that implies that you're only taking care of one person in the partnership, right? You're only taking care of them. Somebody's neglected. You have to take care of both of you. That's always partnership, and that's sort of what it's headed out. But there might be somebody going solo, going out on their own. We also have the World card here, which means a change in the chapter of your life, finishing out one chapter, going into it, heading into another, and a decision to make that change and a clear choice to say, yes, it's time for me. So let's see where you're headed. The link to the extended is below. I put it to the top of the comment section. It's at the top of the description box. I'll see you guys there.